Do you also use IndiaMART to get more leads, inquiries for your business? Then this video is definitely for you. So hello all, welcome back to Pabbly Connect, and in this video we are going to understand how to add IndiaMART leads and inquiries to Google Sheets for Cultural Club program. So over here I am running a Cultural Club program and we use IndiaMART to get more inquiries and leads for our business. So now what I want is that as soon as we receive a new lead from IndiaMART, automatically the details of same lead should be added to my Google Sheets so that we can nurture them and my sales team can follow up quickly and efficiently. So to do this, we are going to create a connection between IndiaMART and Google Sheets. To create this connection without knowing any programming or coding language, we are going to use Pabbly Connect. It is an amazing automation software. So do you also wish to learn this process step by step? Then let me take you to my computer screen.
Welcome to my screen everyone. So as you know, in this tutorial I'll show you how to automatically add leads or inquiries from IndiaMART to Google Sheets for your Cultural Club program. With this integration, every time someone expresses interest or submits an inquiry through IndiaMART, their details such as name, contact information and query message will be automatically recorded in your Google Sheets. This streamlines your lead management process, ensuring you never miss a potential participant and can follow up effectively for your cultural events or programs. So let's get started with a really simple example. So let's say that my name is Tess Lead and I'm submitting an inquiry right over here, which is I'm looking to become a member of your cultural club. Can you tell me more benefits about the membership and the joining fees structure? Okay, so I'm just going to submit this requirement right over here, and as soon as we're going to submit this, yes, you can see that we have successfully did this. So we are going to go towards the Google Sheets, and yes, you can see a new inquiry added right over here. You can see the lead details which we have added, like the name, the phone, the address, and over here you can see the query message which we added, which says I'm looking to become a member of your cultural club. So yes, you can see these are the same details which we entered in our test submission, right? So yes, this is the automation we are going to create in today's tutorial. So if you also want to create this automation for your business, then you have to watch this tutorial till the end. You can see the power of this automation. It updated the details in real time, right? So yes, to do this, I've simply opened the landing page of Pabbly by searching pabbly.com/connect in my browser. It is very easy, and as soon as we're going to open the landing page of Pabbly, we are going to get two options. One is sign in and the another one is sign up for free. So if you're a new user, you can click on sign up for free and you're going to get 100 of hours free every month. But over here, I'm an existing user, so I'm just going to click on sign in, and as soon as we're just going to click on sign in, it is opening all Pabbly apps. Over here you can see all the tools and applications offered by Pabbly, but in today's video we are going to use Pabbly Connect because we are connecting different applications, which is IndiaMART and Google Sheets, right? So I'm just going to click on access now right over here to access my Pabbly Connect account, and as soon as we are just going to click on access now, it is opening my dashboard. And to start with this automation, we have to click on this button which says create workflow, and now it is asking me for the workflow name and the folder I want to save the workflow in. So over here I want to save the workflow in this folder which is automations, and I want to name my workflow as this, which says how to add IndiaMART leads and inquiries to Google Sheets for Cultural Club program. And then we are going to click on create, and as soon as we are just going to click on create, it is opening the most important window for automation, which is our workflow window. So this is the most important window because we have trigger and action in this. Trigger means when this happens and action means do this. So by this you can understand that the trigger is the commander for the workflow and actions follow the commands. And as you know that we can have only a single commander but multiple followers, so over here we can have only a single trigger but multiple actions following the commands of our trigger. So by this you can finally understand that the actions are response towards the commands given by our trigger. And in order to start with our automation, we have to select our trigger application. So for my trigger application, I'm going to select it as IndiaMART. So I'm just going to search for IndiaMART right over here, and as you can see the same, so we're going to select it. And now it is asking me for the trigger event. So basically trigger event is the event on which the workflow will start. So over here what I want is that as soon as a new lead is captured, my workflow should start. So we are just going to select the trigger event as new leads, and as soon as we are just going to select the trigger event, it is giving me a webhook URL. So what we're going to do is I'm just going to use this same webhook URL in order to create a connection between my IndiaMART account and my Pabbly Connect's workflow. So what we're going to do is first I'm just going to copy this webhook URL, and then we're going to follow this help text, and it is saying log into your IndiaMART account, navigate to the lead manager section in the left tab, go to import export leads from the three dots, and then click on I am leads push API. Okay, we are going to follow the same. I'm just going to open my IndiaMART account right from here, and now from the left side of the bar we have to go towards the lead manager. And as soon as we are going to come over here to the lead manager, we have to go towards the three dots which says menu, import export leads, and then push API. And as soon as we are going to come over here to the push API, it is asking me to select the source and the CRM platform name. So you can see that in the help text is stated that choose other in the select source option and enter Pabbly Connect in the CRM platform name. Okay, so for the source I'm going to select it as other right over here, and as soon as we are just going to select the source, it is asking me for the CRM platform name again. So I'm just going to keep it as Pabbly Connect, and now it is asking me for the webbook listener URL. So over here we are going to paste the URL which we copied from our workflow. Okay, and after pasting this webbook URL, we are just going to click on save details, and as soon as I'm just going to click on save details, it is asking me for the reason. Why do I wish to shift my IndiaMART leads to any another application? So over here I'm just going to select my reason as this, which says I feel that I can permanently save these leads from IndiaMART and view later. You can select any of the reason which you want. And after selecting my reason, we have to click on this green button which says click to generate OTP. And now as soon as we are going to click on this green button, it is saying that it has successfully sent me a OTP. Okay, so we are just going to enter the OTP right over here, and after entering this OTP we are just going to click on submit. And as soon as we are going to click on submit, it is saying integration live. Yes, with this we have successfully created a connection between our IndiaMART account and our Pabbly Connect's workflow. But now you can see that it is saying waiting for a webbook response, and in the notes it is saying do a test submission / record. So in order to capture this webbook response, we have to do a test submission or record. So what we have to do is we have to test our connection. Okay, for that we are just going to open our CRM push API once again, and as you can see, test your webbook listener URL blue button right over here. So we have to click on this blue button, and then we have to click on this green button which says test. And as soon as we are just going to click on this green button, it has given me a curl request header, and after receiving this curl request header, with this we have successfully completed our test submission. So now I'm just going to open my workflow and check that if Pabbly has captured the webbook response, and yes, you can see that Pabbly has captured the webbook response. You can see all the details received. You can see the sender's name, you can see the phone number, you can see the alternative phone number, you can see the pin code, the state, over here you can see the subject, the unique query ID, and the status. But you must notice that this subject is not related to our services, right? Because what happens is that I'm using a test IndiaMART account, so I receive a default response right over here. But if you're using a live IndiaMART account, you're going to receive the live details of your lead which is related to your services or product, right? So over here we are just going to receive this response only because I'm using a test IndiaMART account. But as soon as we are going to receive this webbook response, with this we have successfully completed our trigger step. And now what will happen is that as soon as the new lead is received through my IndiaMART, automatically Pabbly is going to capture the response and trigger the workflow. Okay, so further what I want is I want to add IndiaMART leads and inquiries to Google Sheets, right? So for my action application, we are just going to select it as Google Sheets. So I'm just going to search for Google Sheets right over here, and as you can see Google Sheets, so we are going to select it. And as soon as we're going to select the action application, it is asking me for the action event. So for the action event, we are going to select it as add new row and click on connect. And as soon as we're going to click on connect, it is asking me to add a new connection or select an existing connection. So if you have already connected your Google Sheets account with your Pabbly Connect's workflow, you can click on select existing connection and then save. But if you haven't, you have to follow me, click on add a new connection, and then we have to click on this blue button which says sign in with Google. Okay, and as soon as we are just going to click on this blue button, it is going to ask me to select my Gmail account. And after selecting my Gmail account, it is asking me for some permissions. So what we are going to do is I'm just going to click on allow and give Pabbly all the permissions it is asking for, because my data is secure with Pabbly. You can also click on allow, Pabbly is safe. And as soon as we are just going to click on allow, yes, you can see authorization successful. With this we have successfully connected our Google Sheets account with our Pabbly Connect's workflow. And now it is asking me to select the spreadsheet and the sheet. So here you can see the name of my spreadsheet is new leads and inquiries, and this is the spreadsheet I want to create this automation for. Okay, so we are just going to select the same spreadsheet right over here, which is new leads and inquiries. And as soon as we are just going to select the spreadsheet, it is automatically selecting my sheet because I have only a single sheet in my spreadsheet. Okay, if you have multiple sheets, you can choose right from here which sheet you want to create this automation for. And as soon as we're going to select the spreadsheet and the sheet, you can see that now it is asking me for the name, the phone, the address, and the query message. You must notice that these are the same details which we have entered in the columns right over here of our Google Sheet, right? So yes, we are going to enter all of these details one by one right over here so that we can add that same details in our spreadsheet. But we are not going to enter the details manually. manually or by copy pasting it, but instead we are going to map it. So you must be wondering what is mapping, right? So mapping is a method by Pabbly which means inserting the data from the previous step. And as you know, our previous step was the trigger step where we selected IndiaMART as our trigger application. So we are going to map the details from the response of our trigger application only, and as soon as we're going to map these details, automatically my details will turn dynamic and change with every new response received. So with here I'm going to give you an example that it is asking me for the name, right? So let's say that I'm going to enter the name right over here by typing it like this, which is Prabhat. Then this will not change with every new response received because this is static information and I've entered it manually. But let's say that we are going to erase this manually entered name and we're going to map this from the previous response. Okay, so I'm just going to look for the name in the previous response, and as you can see, Prabhat. So let's say that we're going to map the name from the previous response, then this will definitely change because my previous response will also change, right? So that's why we do mapping right over here to run our workflow in real time. And now we are going to map the phone number too. So I'm just going to search for phone number right over here, and as you can see, sender's phone number, so we are going to map it. We are going to move on forward. Over here we are going to map the address. So I'm just going to search for address right over here, and as you can see, the address which is Noida, Uttar Pradesh, so we are going to map it. We are going to move on forward. It is asking me for the query message, so yes, we are going to map the query message too. I'm just going to search for query message right over here, and as you can see, the same, so we're going to map it. And after mapping all of these details, we are going to move on forward and click on this blue button which says save and send test request. And as soon as we're going to click on this button right over here, you can see that we have received a positive response. This means that we have successfully added the lead details into our spreadsheet. So what we're going to do is I'm just going to open my spreadsheet and check for the new lead details added. Okay, so I'm just going to open my spreadsheet, and yes, you can see the new lead details have been added right away automatically without any manual efforts, right? You can see the same name which we entered, you can see the phone number, the address, and the query message which we entered, right? So yes, with this we have successfully completed our workflow. And now what will happen is that as soon as a new lead is received through my IndiaMART, automatically Pabbly is going to capture the response, trigger the workflow, and further add the lead details into our Google Sheets so that my sales team can follow up quickly and efficiently, and we don't have to come back and again to our workflow and click on save and send test request. This is going to run in backend and we can just sit back and relax. So yes, this was it for the video, and now I'll just summarize this workflow for you once. So for the trigger application, we selected IndiaMART. For the trigger event, we selected new leads. For the action application, we selected Google Sheets, and then for the action event, we selected add new row. And yes, we were successful with our workflow too. Over here you can see the lead details which we entered right over here without any manual efforts. So yes, this was it for the video, and if you have any questions related to the video or the workflow, you can directly comment on this video. And for your reference, I'll just clone this workflow and share the workflow link in the description box so that you can access my workflow. I hope this video was helpful for you. Thank you for watching.
So not only these applications, but with the help of Pabbly Connect, you can integrate many more applications. So if you have any doubts, you can reach us at support@pabbly.com. If you have any queries, you can reach us at forum.pabbly.com. And if you have any pricing related issues, you can follow this website. And if you find our videos helpful, do like and subscribe our channel. Thank you for watching.